Hey guys, I just wanted to show you some different food items that you might not be too familiar with that will help you out during the upcoming challenge. First thing is some Kerrygold's grass-fed butter. You can find this at Stop and Shop. Typically you can only find it in sticks. You can't find it in this big tub. This is from BJ's. But again, this is a grass-fed butter, so it has a little bit better vitamin content in it than your typical butter would. We also have an unsweetened coconut milk. This you can also get at Stop and Shop. Typically find it in that kind of gluten-free aisle of Stop and Shop, but this is my favorite brand. I like the flavor of this the best, and it mixes really well also. Another thing you might not be super familiar with is ghee. So this is really good if you don't deal well with dairy at all. So this is just a clarified butter where the milk solids have been removed, but you would use it just like you would butter, you know, in a fry pan for cooking or to spread on to something. It has a little bit of a nutty flavor, but it's really nice. You might need to get this at a health food store or something like Whole Foods or Time and Season. I'm not sure if it's available at Stop and Shop. Sticking with the cooking theme, coconut oil is another big thing that come in a lot of recipes that you might be looking into. Really good for, you know, coating a pan or putting in there, depending on what type of coconut oil you get. Some of them have a pretty strong coconut flavor, so will add flavor to your dish. Some of them don't. It kind of just depends on if you get refined or unrefined, on which one will give you some flavor. One thing that a lot of people use is tomato paste or diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes that come in a can. And typically this has a lot more ingredients in it than you would think. But this brand here has just tomatoes. That's the only ingredient in it. So this is a really good brand if you have a recipe that, you know, calls for tomato paste or diced tomatoes. Look for this brand. And then I have two things that you might not be familiar with at all. First one is coconut aminos. This is a gluten-free, soy-free soy sauce. So it has a flavor of a soy sauce, but without actual soy being in there. It's actually made from coconuts. It's a really good substitute for soy sauce. I use it with my sushi all the time. Just made some pad thai with it earlier today. Adds a lot of flavor to your dishes. And the other thing would be kelp noodles. Unfortunately, I can't show you these because I made pad thai earlier today with them. This again, you would need to find at a health food store, something like Whole Foods or Time and Season. Same with the coconut aminos. And these go good with basically anything. They don't have a flavor on their own, but once you mix them in with anything, it will take over that flavor. So these are, you know, it's just a nice substitute for pasta. So that's just a couple of things that I typically use and that you guys can use during the challenge. Hope that helps.